Imagine that you're walking through stones in a river or in a creek. You're able to do it, but some of the jumps are more challenging than others. And so where what most people are at is they get most of the simple steps pretty good without working too hard for it. And then the challenging ones, they kind of scheme for how they're going to get there. They stop and think about it a little bit. And they might try something and fail, try something again and it works, and then they keep walking. Now, then they see that they're walking, they're walking, then they see another challenging one, and this repeats, and then maybe this one takes a long time. You can't figure it out. You can't figure it out. And so so that's that experience of that individual. Being present is like being on the stone you're on and looking around you and noticing the river, noticing the monkeys swinging in the trees, and you're just standing on the stone. Now, the analogy doesn't end there. I think the mental perception of presence is something like that, instead of the person that's trying to get along and struggling and having to plan, that there's someone that's just at peace there. But the thing is, what it's more like is you're on the stone, and then the stone glides, and you start seeing different surroundings. Your surroundings change by virtue of the stone underneath you moving, and occasionally there's a transition that you have to make, but you don't necessarily have to think so hard about it. It's like the easy steps for the first person walking through the river. So one person is looking at the stones the whole time, and they're getting through it. They're technically could go home and say they walked through the river today, but the other person is seeing all around them, experiencing it in totality, and occasionally moving a little bit.